Give it up for my friend Jered McCorkle!
I never know how far away I should stand. I felt. Did you guys see that I was coming on next? Was that awkward? Yeah. Okay. Cool. This feels like we're in a fucking work meeting right now. We're all gonna talk about harassment. I hope you guys are doing well. You look well. I'll let you know about me. What's going on with me? I'm dating somebody right now. And why was there a hush? I don't understand. I feel like that means I look like it's not, like it's realistic. That's good. It's good that I'm dating somebody, because before I started dating this person, it had been like 6 months since I had sex with anybody, and I don't think I speak for every man in the room, but I do feel like 6 months is just height of perversion. That's just where, like, the awful things that were swimming through my head that I wasn't gonna do, but I definitely could not think about doing. Like, I was thinking about doing that dog peanut butter thing. That is the laughter of recognition right there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because you're Christian or whatever, it's where you take. It's where you take the peanut butter and you smear it all over a dog's balls and you lick them off. Guys through middle school, right? I really do like telling this joke in Austin specifically because I feel like many of you are against it for the wrong reasons. Like that, you should be against it because that's like dog prostitution or something like that. But a lot of you are just worried my dog would have a peanut allergy or something like that. That's bad. I like to talk about goofy sex shit right up top. On that note, I read something I thought was really stupid, that if you drink pineapple juice, that it'll make your semen taste better. Does anybody want to confirm or deny that for the group at all? You looked away. I know, that's fine. No, that's fine. It's I don't want, this is a weird lie detector test. Okay. Look, I think that shit's stupid. I have a way better method. You just mix the two directly, and it's so much better. So much better. And yeah, recoil in horror if you want, but honestly, and this little secret, if you put rum in that, that's a pina colada. That is the recipe to a pina colada, and it is delicious. Like I said, it is. The reason I think it's stupid though is that I feel like cum is a lot like coffee, right? You have to drink a lot of it before you start noticing subtle notes on the back end. And I feel like if you drink that much cum, you probably end up drinking cum. You don't really need that trick or whatever. Now, I know that it doesn't need that coffee analogy, but I just really like the idea that I wrote a cum joke with a denouement. That was cool for me. But yeah, so I'm dating somebody. That person is a man. That's my big reveal. I'm gay. I don't feel like I'm good at it. I don't mean the sex part. I just mean communicating that visually or whatever. I feel like I've always been bad at being gay like that. Except when I was a kid. I've seen home movies of me at 9 or 10 recently, and I'm not sure I was gay at 9 or 10, but I was being gay. I'm sure. It would just be in these videos, playing, but I would burst into song for no reason, or I would just be dancing around, or I'd be blowing guys, and it's why? It's a crime, man. It's a crime, man. I did this smart thing. It's going well. I'm in love. That's absolutely true. And because anybody else in a good relationship? So I think you guys will know the sincere claps, not the lies, but the sincere claps will know. You just don't settle. That's what you have to find the thing that's right for you. I found what I needed, which was another big gay nerd. It's fucking awesome. We don't even have to go out most days. We just stay at home. And we suck each other's dicks, and we read about Aquaman. That is our whole life. It's I'm cheating at life. It's fucking awesome. I have so many things I want to tell you. I feel like I'm a comic, and I'm gay, so I'm a gay comic, which is fine. But every once in a while, I have to do these I have to. This sounds awful. I'm never gonna get booked. I get to do these queer comedy shows, right? So it's a bunch of queer comics and everything like that, and that's really cool. And I'm proud to be involved in the community like that. But I have to follow trans people sometimes, and fuck that, right? Not fuck them. They're wonderful. Right, but they've raised the hero bar kind of high. I don't know if anybody's there. And I shouldn't assume there could be conservatives here, and you don't necessarily, when I say trans person, you don't know what I'm talking about. But you might know them as heathen shapeshifters. That's the language you're Deuteronomy. But it's fucking odd. I used to just be able to come on stage and be like, I'm gay, and then a liberal audience would just burst into applause, standing ovation. We support the fuck out of you. We hope you get married. We believe in you. Everybody said this in unison. We want you to get married and be able to eat at the Olive Garden. You can't now, but we hope so. Or I'll have to follow drag queens sometimes, which is just completely unfair. This is not a good post-drag show, okay? Because every drag queen you've ever seen is this absolutely beautiful Rihanna-looking person who's lip-syncing perfectly and fucking juggling chainsaws, and I have to follow that with hey, knock knock, who's there? My butthole. Hey, this is fun. Yeah. Underwhelming. I suffer from things. I don't want you guys to think I'm happy. I'm not. I have IBS. I suffer from IBS. Does anybody else know what that is? If you don't know, it's you're 20. No, problems aren't real. No, look, IBS is an awful disorder, irritable bowel syndrome. You said something to him, meaning he has it. So just you and me, right here. Yes. It threw off his aim. You saw how bad it was. So yeah, it's really awful because it's debilitating. It causes colonitis or whatever. Your stomach hurts all the time. But nobody takes it seriously because it causes diarrhea. So they're just it's fine, it's fine. I told my friend I had it, I was diagnosed, and he was like, oh, you probably don't even have it. It's probably every time I see you, you're drinking coffee. That's what it is. It's can we not make this about whether I deserve diarrhea? Why is that what we're talking about? But it honestly does scare me because this is kind of serious. My grandfather, died of colon cancer, and I'm just terrified my butthole is going to kill me one day, really. But I'm gay, so it's live by the sword, die by the sword. But it really, right now, it's a good time to be gay. We'll admit it, right? It's a good time. It's 8:45, something like that. But no, it really is a good time to be gay because I feel I'm the last person to represent the gay community. I'm just not. But so this is weird for me to say, but I feel we kind of did it, right? We kind of won. In my lifetime, it's gone from dragging us behind pickup trucks in Mississippi to only doing that in small parts of Mississippi. I feel that's a pretty good deal. No, but seriously, we've way past acceptance, right into pandering. People pander to gay people. I love it too. Fucking all your false compliments. Thank you. That's great. And my favorite form of pandering to gay people is a thing that happens in the literary community. What'll happen a lot of times is an author will declare after the book or whatever has already been written that a character they wrote was secretly gay the whole time. I don't know if you guys follow the Harry Potter series, but J.K. Rowling did that. She said afterwards, didn't want to say anything, but Dumbledore, gay the whole time. He was gay the whole time. And what's just crazy to me about, I'm complimented by it. He's a dazzling and powerful wizard. That's good for our community. But we're the only minority group that will ever happen to. It's nobody. They'll never the writer of Home Alone, John Hughes, will never ever release a statement where he's look, you remember Home Alone? You remember that cute little Kevin McAllister kid? Well, look, I didn't want to say anything at the time, but he was Puerto Rican the whole time. Puerto Rican. Yeah, we didn't think you were ready for Puerto Rican children. But you guys, you really are. This sounds pandery. But you really are a nice-looking audience. I've said that. I really do. It's a very trendy place, very nice audience, very diverse audience. Just looking around, so many different kinds of white people here right now. For you, Austin. With your acceptance and your lip service. I was in a difficult... Help me out, white people. I was in a difficult racial situation recently. And because I feel like I'm not racist, but I'm white, so I don't always know the best way to not be racist. Like, the world is not like those grammar exams or just like, find the racism or whatever. I went to school in Georgia, but like, here's the sometimes there are ambiguous situations. I was in one of those situations like maybe a month ago or something like that. I was driving with my friend, like he was driving and I was riding. He was playing rap music. And then he just started singing the N-word along to the music. Just that silence. That was in my heart. That's how I felt. Because like, what do you do? Are you supposed to say something? It's like, I'm not really asking you. Don't tell him. No, but it was. It felt like a bigoted situation because it's just like us two white hipstery-looking people driving around the east side of Austin in a Honda Element. One of us saying the N-word a lot. Like, and the N-word wasn't in the song. Like I don't know. He just decided he was gonna pepper it up a bit, I guess. It's like, we're listening to the Hamilton soundtrack. Like, I don't know why you're not ruining musicals for me. You guys, who here is from Texas?
Born.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said I was born here, but not raised here.
Okay, well, it's good. Well, everybody, we'll go around and you'll tell me exactly the relation to Texas. I moved to Tennessee. I came back. I don't not like this place, but this place is scary to me. It really is. Like, and it's not this other thing. I grew up in Georgia or whatever. It's just like there's cowboys here, and where there are cowboys, there are horses. And I'm fucking terrified of horses. Like, really scared. You know what I mean. Yes. You guys can't see your face, but just imagine a person that knows what I mean. That's your question. Look, it's like, the reason I'm terrified, if you don't get it, like, the reason I'm just terrified of horses is because the power to Finney-Kinnis ratio with horses is just way out of whack. And we're all just supposed to pretend like it's okay to do. Like, or it's fine. And you wouldn't be okay in any other situation. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, what's your name, dude?
Me, Michael.
Yeah, the guy I'm pointing at. Okay, Michael. But yeah, like if I was like, hey, Michael, let's go hang out with my friend Brian. And you'd be like, and this isn't a gay trapper, no. I was like, let's hang out with my friend Brian. And, you'd be like, well, what's he like? Well, you gotta understand, my friend Brian, if you scare him, he's gonna kick you in the neck, and you're gonna die. Like, that's probably. Well, he'd be like, oh, well, you mean if I like threaten Brian? Oh, no. If you just approach Brian at like an odd angle, or if you smell like cinnamon, like he's gonna stomp on your spine. And you would be like, why the fuck would we hang out with Brian? And I'd be like, well, Brian is majestic, so you're probably gonna do it. I'm having a lot of fun. I have to leave, but I'm gonna do one more thing. Oh, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. When I left, I was in the Army for a while. When I left, my dad didn't even make that noise. I like to end my set on kind of a downbeat, but I think it'll be worth it. Because I like to talk about death a little bit. Right. Not anybody specifically, and I think we're all going to make it out of my set alive. But I like to think about it because nobody talks about it, and I feel like I'm just fascinated with it. I'm specifically about like what they're going to do with my body, like afterwards. Doesn't anybody wonder about that shit at all? Like, I don't want to be buried. It just seems boring. I have a way better idea. Like, I just want to have like my remains like scattered on a beach somewhere, you know. But like, I don't want to be cremated. What I would like is have my body cut up into several softball-sized chunks and then just like scattered in front of some rich douchebag's Palm Beach condo. Cause fuck 'em, right? I'm poor. This was fun. Thanks.